Hi everyone, it's Virginia. Today's video is going to be about relationship. I have been married before. This is my second marriage that I'm in, but I have been with my husband now for married to him 26 years, been with him 32 years. I didn't get married straight off because I didn't want to make another mistake. My first marriage is where my daughter comes from. And I didn't want to go through that again or put her through that again. She was little, so it was not too hard on her, but it was because she knew who her dad was and everything. But I didn't want her to have to go through that. So I said, no, I want to take my time, get to know the person before I marry them. So I took a little over 5 years to decide to marry my husband. Um, I did put straight up with the relationship. We worked together at the time. He asked me out as a friend. I had separated from my husband at the time and filed divorce papers. And I was out as a single mom at the time. And I was looking for somebody that was a father from a divorce that had kids. It makes it much easier as a parent, and also having a girl. I was really worried about that. But my husband now, he worked on the desk and he was raising his two girls on his own. Um, and that was like the ideal, but we were just friends. I knew him 2 years prior to that. I'd been working with them. And I told them that, you know, I announced to everybody I was the only woman on the technical support desk, and they were all guys. And I announced, hey, I'm getting divorced. I'm going to talk to the boss about changing hours. Could anybody change with me? And of course, they were all, hey, yeah, whatever, we'll change. We totally understand. It was cool because it's hard as a parent, and especially being a single parent. So at that time, my husband now had asked me, I had been out on my own for about a couple weeks, and he said, hey, how would you like to go out just as friends to the movies? And I was like, okay. Now, before he asked me out as a friend, I said, oh, if I get involved with somebody, it's got to be somebody that's got kids, understands the splitting up situation, the visitations, dealing with all that, and also would have to deal kind of with divorce at the same time because I was in the process of getting divorced. But it would make it easier. But I also put some other stipulations when I said to him, sure, we could go as friends. We went out, we met up as, I met him over at his place, and the movie theater wasn't far from there. And we went. And then afterwards, he was like, I really like you. I don't want to ruin a friendship. He was worried about that. I didn't know he was worried about that, but he told me afterwards he was worried about losing a friend. And I totally get it because he was a good friend to me, and I was kind of worried, but I really liked him. We really got along. But I told him straight out that if you want to make this into a relationship or anything, I need to know where you stand. If you want this to be a one night stand, wham bam, thank you ma'am, whatever you want to call it, that's fine. Just tell me. I don't have to get my emotions in it. If you want to try to make this into a relationship, we can do that. I don't want any more kids. He was okay because he didn't want any more kids, so we were good there. And he was okay with me saying those things. Now, I knew I can't change a man. You're not going to, I don't care how much you try, you are not going to change a man. Don't try to change them. Accept them for who they are. If they have flaws or anything like that, you better accept it because it's not going to change. That trying to change them, it doesn't work. And there wasn't anything I wanted to change about him. There wasn't. I knew him inside of work. I didn't know him so much outside of work. That's why I took the period of time I did to live with him, have all the kids live together, and have that before I said yes. And that to me was really important. I wanted that security, and I wanted that security for my daughter. I didn't want to be going from relationship to relationship. That's hard on a child. I didn't want to do that. So the nice part about it is ever since that date, my husband and I have been together ever since. We haven't dated anybody else. We didn't go out with anybody else. I haven't tried to change him. He is who he is. I did have agreements. I don't like arguing. My parents argued all the time. Wanted to break that pattern. I chose to say, no, it stops now. I'm not going to have the arguing. And that was one thing I said to my husband. I don't want to argue. I don't want to be arguing about things. If we disagree, let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Agree to disagree and not bring it up. You don't go throwing things back in each other's face. Oh, a couple of months ago, you did that. You don't do that. If they do something you don't appreciate or don't like, say it right then. Do not hold back. If they can't handle that, then that's the person you shouldn't be with. Right from the start, I told my husband, hey, I don't like that. He was okay with it. What is it you don't like? Get to really know the people. And I know this is going to offend some people. They're going to be all up in arms because, oh, living together before you're married. No, I wasn't doing that again because I did that on the first relationship. I wasn't going to make that mistake again. I was going to try out the merchandise and know the person. You get me there. Okay. But as a parent, you have to be so careful in what type of relationship. And we still to this day, stay up late, talking, laughing, joking about things. When he says something that hurts my feelings, I say, whoa, what did you mean about that? What exactly were you trying to say? And I'll say, this is what I got from it. And usually it's, oh, that isn't what I meant. I meant, this. Okay, it didn't come out that way. That's going to happen. But stop them right there. Don't take offense to it. Ask them, what did you mean? Because the thing is, a man thinks different than a woman. A woman thinks different than a man. Ask them. If they're not willing to discuss it or say, then there's nothing there. You have to have that communication. It is so important. And that is one thing me and my husband have. We have communication. Every day I give him a kiss and I tell him I love him. I I appreciate every little thing he does. And I let him know that. Don't ever assume. Don't ever assume that, oh, he knows. No. Remind them of why you're with them. Remind them that you appreciate the things they do. I tell my husband, don't buy me real flowers, because I don't like them because they die. Once in a while, it's okay. Like I think at my 20th anniversary, he got me flowers in last Valentine's Day. You know, that's okay. Once in a great blue, but no, I would prefer you wouldn't do that. I prefer you just to come home and be there. I looked forward to every day seeing my husband and being with my husband. I haven't had a relationship like this. It is, it feels weird. It really does. But once you've been in it, it seems right. Everything just seems calm. It it's the weirdest feeling in the world, but it's correct. Life doesn't have to be up in the air. My husband's been through hell and back with me, with cancer, brain surgery, going through a divorce, um, custody battle with my daughter, lots of surgeries, and I've gone through a lot with him. Him having a heart attack, having to have triple bypass surgery, having half of his colon removed. I will always be there for him. It doesn't matter what. When he was in the hospital those times, I slept in a chair right next to him. When he had his heart attack and triple bypass, I stayed in that hospital for 3 weeks. I did not leave him because he is my best friend. And when you find somebody like that, you hold on to them. You hold on to them for life because it's far and few in between that you find that a person that you click, that understands you and you understand them. It's funny how even sometimes we think alike, or I'll say something, he goes, would you stop that? You're reading my mind, you know. It's nice. It's nice to have that. We room and we don't even have to say anything. We don't even have to be sitting next to each other. And we're enjoying it. It's the greatest thing. It doesn't have to be, oh, you got to take me here. Oh, you got to take me out. Oh, you got to buy me this. You got to, no, because that's not love. That's just buying you things. Love is knowing that that person really appreciates you every minute, everything you do. My husband, I feel like I don't do much, but he tells me I do everything. I keep the house running. I keep it clean. I make all our doctor's appointments, our follow-up. I pay all the bills. And I'm trying to build this YouTube channel and trying to get monetized. So if you like it, comment, you know, follow if you want more. But I'm going to talk more about how relationships and how you can really make them work. Um, it's all about how you approach everything. It's not all about, oh, it's all about me. No, it's not all about you. And sorry for the freaky hair. My hair, it's raining, so my hair is just, woo! Here we go. But other than that, having a relationship like that is very, very much needed these days with all the stress. I don't have to worry about mine. I don't have to worry about him wandering off. I'm not going to wander off. I have no desire for anybody else. I don't care what they would offer me or not. I wouldn't trade him for the world. He's been the best father for my daughter and dad. She loves him. He never asked her to call him dad, but she did. Matter of fact, when she married, she hyphenated her name and took his name. So her name's hyphenated because she always wanted his last name, which meant a lot, a great deal. And to me, that's important. And I can't imagine life any better than that, of having somebody you know loves you and loves your child. just as much and doesn't care that the child from another father. My daughter wouldn't have gone to college and become a massage therapist if it wasn't for my husband. He paid for her. He was the one that took out the loan because I didn't have enough credit to pull and pay for her schooling. He did. And he, like he says, he would do it again in a heartbeat. She looks up to him and he respects her so much. And that to me is important too. He doesn't look down. He raised two girls himself. And they're great kids and everything. One of them doesn't keep in touch with us, but that's beside the point. The other one, the youngest, she's my best friend. I love her to death like she's my child. She is just an incredible woman. Both my kids are incredible women, and I cherish them. I wish the other one would be in our lives, but that's beside the point. That's the way life throws you, and you can't change some things in life, and I get that. But cherish what you do have and don't try to change for somebody. Be who you are. I didn't change for him and I wasn't going to change for him. And I still will not change for him. I will be who I am. And that's the way it's going to be. So with that, I'm going to end here because I'm watching my timer. So I'm sorry I looked down because I don't want to carry it too long and bore people. But if you really want to make things work, pay attention to what you want and lay it out that this is what you want. And don't change your mind. There's too many men out there. There's too many women out there, men. Find the right one so you don't have to go through divorce, because now it's even more expensive than it was back when I did, and that was really expensive. And I just would not want a person. I have so many friends that have gone through divorce, and I feel so bad. If you just put your foot down and say, this is what I want, and if they have little flaws and you can deal with it, okay. But if you can't, it's not worth it, because down the line you are going to realize that no, this isn't going to work. And there's regret, regret, regret. And then there's anger, and then you end up splitting up. And financially, it is hell. That's all I got to say. So with that said, I'm going to end this video. Like I said before, I'm trying to get monetized, so please like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Have a wonderful day.